video, let us do the simulation of diffusion limited aggregation in C language resulting in fractal image file. This is applicable to aggregation in any system where diffusion is the primary means of transport. Procedure is first a seed is placed in the center of the screen, then a particle is placed in random position of the screen and moved randomly until it bumps against the seed. The particle is left there and another particle is placed in a random position and moved until it bumps against the seed or any previous particle. Before taking much time, let us move on to the implementation. We will have the standard libraries included. I also have a standard bool library included because we are going to declare the two-dimensional array of type bool. Let me define the size for the image file as 5. I am taking smaller number. Later, after verifying our algorithm with size 5, we can increase to a bigger size. BT stands for Brownian tree because the resultant fractal is a Brownian tree. It is of type bool and two-dimensional array of size. Randomly, let me take the center of the array element set to true. As we are going to output the fractal image to the PPM format, that is pixel image file format, first we will create the C file which will output to this DLA, diffusion limited aggregation PPM image file. Let me open the DLA.ppm in the write mode and it shall be the ASCII format. First 3 lines are the header for PPM. The first line will have the magic number P3. Second line shall have the width space height. Here size is for both width and height. And the third line we are going to give 255, which indicates each of RGB in a pixel is of 1 byte. So the first 3 lines are header and that we made it. After header, we are going to give the image meta content for that PPM file. For that, let us have the for loop X indicating the rows up to size and the inner for loop Y is for each column in the row up to size. If for the current X and Y position in a Brownian tree array is set, then we will give a green color in the image. As we know, each pixel consists of red, green, blue, that is RGB. We will give 50 for red, 200 for green and 0, which results in a green colored pixel. So we will give green color when in that corresponding position if the array element, that Brownian tree two-dimensional array element is set to true. Otherwise, we will give a black color to that position or the pixel in the image. So the content is taken care by these 2 for loops running from X equal to 0 up to the size and Y equal to 0 up to the size. We'll give green color by checking if the corresponding element in the two-dimensional array is set to true. Otherwise, the pixel shall be set to black color. As we know, each pixel consists of red, green and blue. At the end of each row or before starting next row, we have to give the new line statement. That's why after the inner for loop, fprintf of new line is provided to the file pointer. On writing all content, we will close the file pointer. Now when we see the PPM file, we could see the first 3 lines are header P3 magic number 5 by 5 being the size, 255 indicates 1 byte for each of the color in the pixel. And as we have made true at the center, when I open it, the same PPM file in the file viewer, we could see at the center we get a green color. All other places are in black color. Now we have made the image file in which we will output our fractal. Now going further, based on diffusion limited aggregation, we should randomly generate the particle. For that, let me take srand with the time passed as the parameter. Value of x and y shall be randomly taken, ranging from size as the upper limit and 2 as the lower limit. So x takes a random generated value modulus of size minus 2 plus 1. Similarly, y takes random value which are limited between size minus 2 plus 1. So between this range we will have the random generated values for x and y, which in turn gives the position of the particle in the screen. Now with while condition, we are going to check that the generated xy is not having the value already. If so, again we will go and generate it, and this loop will be continuing until we get a new position for the particle. On getting this new position, we have to see if the neighbor from the current position has a seed or a particle. For the current pixel, there are 8 neighbor positions, 3 on the top, that is y minus 1 is one row above the current row, x minus 1 is on the left side on the same row, x is on the same position, x plus 1 is on the right side. So 3 particles, 3 pixels can be neighbor from the current position, and similarly in the same row, one on the left side and one on the right side, that is x minus 1 and x plus 1 in the row y. The center is the one where the current xy sits, and similarly 3 pixel positions are neighbor which are below the current row, that is y plus 1 row, x minus 1 on the left side, x 1 below the current position, and x plus 1 resulting in right side of the row below the current row. If sum of these 8 position results in 0, it means that there is no neighboring particle or a seed near to the pixel. So the next step is we have to randomly move the x, y close to the seed of the particle. So let us have the variable d. As there is no neighboring particle or the c, we will randomly take value for d which ranges from 0 to 7, that is modulus of 8 because we have the 8 nearing positions from the current position, and if it is more than or more towards the maximum side, that is if d is greater than 3, increment the d by 1. And the new position for x and y is x plus d modulus of 3 minus 1 and y equal to y plus d divided by 3 minus 1. So we randomly generated x and y. As there is no neighbor for this current position, we are moving x and y towards the particle or the seed. So the while loop will continue until there is a neighbor to the current xy position in the array Bt. On finding a neighbor, it will come out of while loop and we will set true to this new element of Brownian tree array at x and y. On executing this, I think we missed to add a semicolon at row 18. Now it is compiled successfully. The updated ppm we can see at row 7. The new particle is positioned which is on the right bottom of the center seed, and the image file also shows there is a pixel. Now this is very small size of 5. Let us increase the size, and we have to iterate or repeat this procedure many times to form the Brownian tree or the fractal. Before that, we will ensure that the position of x and y are within the screen range. If at all the randomly moved xy position is outside the boundaries, we shall leave this and then take the new random position for x and y. So let me label the do while loop to get new position for x and y as repeat. So we'll come here. Let me iterate this whole procedure. Now we are doing only once, finding one particle and placing it near the seed. We will iterate it 10,000 times, and let us also increase the size of our array or the image to 500. Start a for loop for I from 0 until iterate. Here I have taken 10,000 as the value. We will do this random positioning of x and y and see if there is a seed or particle near it using while loop. If there is no neighbor, randomly move closer to the seed or the previously positioned particle and set the corresponding element in Brownian tree array. In case if it exceeds or goes outside the screen, we will again take or generate the new values for x and y. And this shall be continued 10,000 times. That's why we are simulating using a program. On compiling, I have an error at row number 35. It has to be small y rather than the capital Y. And again I am compiling it. We could see that it is taking time because of huge size, and in text format the ppm file we are not able to find much difference because of the limited visibility on the screen for a text file. Let us open it in the file viewer. We got the fractal, which is nothing but our Brownian tree based on diffusion limited aggregation. In the description, I have provided the link for sine wave generation without graphics. Please watch out.